Good morning, everyone. Today, you are going to need your piece of paper. These colors, we've got black, a dark green, a lime green, red, and white. You also will need one paintbrush that it doesn't really matter the size because you're not going to be painting with it. We're only going to be using it to mix our colors. And then you are going to need Q-tips. They keep getting bumped out of my grocery pickup cart, so I'm improvising since I don't have any Q-tips, and I'm using the eraser of this pencil. It's pretty flat, about the same size as a Q-tip. So you're going to have Q-tips out, or if you didn't get yours either, then you can also use this. So the first lesson we're learning today is how to improvise. So when things don't go like we plan, we figure out how to do them. And you're also going to need a pencil. So today we're going to learn about pointillism, and I want y'all to look up pointillism after this lesson also, because there are so many really cool paintings out there that are made with this technique. So we're going to start off with something easy, and we're going to do a watermelon slice. Since it's warm and sunny outside, I always love to eat watermelons. It's really simple to draw. You're just going to start right about here and draw a straight line across. Yours doesn't have to be quite that wide, but I do want you to take up most of the page. You don't want one that's like this big, because then your dots are going to take up too much room. So the next part is going to be a half circle. Okay. Then just lightly draw where your peel would be. And that's all we're going to draw for right now. So I've got a brush that's like a small, medium size, and y'all should be pretty skilled in mixing your colors by now. So I'm gonna mix the red with the white to make a light pink or a little lighter shade of red so that my watermelon is not too dark. That might be a little light. Add some more red to that. All right. So like I said, you're not going to be painting with your paintbrush. We're only going to be using our Q-tips. Pretend like this is a Q-tip. So instead of painting like we normally do or coloring like we normally do, we're only going to be making little points. That's why it's called pointillism. So I'm just going to dip and start pointing. You can spread out your dots or you can do them really close together, but regardless of which technique you want to use, in the end we're going to fill up the entire thing with dots. And you don't have to stay perfectly in these lines right here either. You want to be able to see the texture of the dots. That's what really makes it look cool. You're gonna go all the way in here. So I'm going kind of fast, but y'all feel free to take your time. This is a little bit of a longer project than our previous ones, just because you want to make sure we fill in everything. And you don't have to do a watermelon slice. You can do anything that you want. Anything that you can paint, you can also do with pointillism. And the smaller the tip of your instrument, the harder it's going to be. So if you want to challenge yourself, you could even do pointillism with the tip of a marker. So it would be really small dots, and it would take even longer. Can y'all see really good, that texture, but it's still filled in all the way. So you have a little bit of white showing through, but not, you don't want it to be spaced out like this. You want all the dots to be touching each other to really, really give it that look that it's filled in completely. So I'm going to fill mine in, and then I will start your next step. All right, now I've got all of my pink parts filled in, and you can see that it is all total dots. We didn't do anything side to side, up and down, you just dot it. So now we're gonna do the green part, and I've got my two greens. The darker green is going to be this outside. We're gonna create a little bit of dimension. And then I'm gonna wipe off and show you right here before I move on where it's gonna be the light green goes here. So it's gonna be like one row of dark green and two of light green. Now you've got your green done, and we're gonna put our seeds in. So you don't want too many seeds, and you need to make sure that this is mostly dry because you don't want them to mix together. And I'm just gonna put maybe like 5, maybe 8 seeds. You can do them wherever you want, just until you feel like it's finished. So now you have your watermelons done. If you want to be challenged, you could get like a light blue, would go good with these colors, and you can do the background. You could use your watercolor paints and paint the background. Just be careful not to get it on your watermelon. You could paint your background with a brush to give it different texture. But the main lesson here is the pointillism, and I'll find some cool pictures too to show y'all from famous artists that have done this technique, and y'all will be surprised at how realistic it really looks.